Hello everyone, welcome to Telangana Exam Center. I hope that all of you are doing well. Today we'll be talking about a very important area of our preparation with regard to TGPSC examination or any other examination or any other board that conducts examination within our state. So we are talking about a very important paper here, that is Telangana movement. You can also call it as Telangana formation. Okay. Now Telangana formation along with economy paper, these two papers are actually holding 300 marks in group 1 and group 2. In group 1, out of 900 marks, 300 are coming from these two papers. In group 2, out of 600 marks, these two papers are actually giving us 300 marks. Like nothing but 50% of group 2 and 40% of group 1 complete marks we are getting from these two papers. That is the reason if an aspirant want to get through the examination, whether it is GS group 1 or group 2, if they are not very well with regard to economy and Telangana movement, their boat to sail will be very, very difficult and they will never crack the examination for sure. So they have to master these subjects so that they can see themselves in the selection list and they can see themselves in the office of what you are aspiring for. So that is the reason over the years of 8 plus or 10 plus years of experience that I have for teaching with regard to economy for UPSC and TGPSC and other state PSC. And in regional subjects, Telangana formation is my forte subject, these two subjects. So you can do it with me. Live and recorded classes are being given. Along with that, mentorship is also provided where I will be guiding you every step that you take up with regard to these two subjects. As I've already mentioned you many times, joining an institution are gone case nowadays. Joining a coaching institute is actually has become very futile. The lectures that you actually hear in the institutes are always available in what? On the YouTube. So you don't have to shell out that much amount of money. My suggestion for all these aspirants is very simple. Instead of going for institution, try to find the best educators with regard to every subject and try to take all the subjects from them. With that, what will happen? You'll get the subscription of nearly about 6 to 7 apps. Along with that, everyone will try to give you some extra, okay, apart from whatever you have availed for. Let us suppose if you have joined my course, along with that Indian economy and economy paper and formation paper, I will definitely add current affairs. I will definitely add Telangana economic survey. I will definitely add model, how to write the mains answer, like that. Some other educator will be there. If you are exclusively taking his course, obviously he will be guiding you also, okay, till you reach your examination or the goal. So instead of shelling out money in different variables in different point of time, wherever you feel there is a necessity is there, instead of that, if you just join educators that are best suited for your mindset, then that will be a very, very good preparation for sure. So here, many of the students ask me that what could be the strategy to actually go and master Telangana formation or the movement. Before going into the discussion, you can see that there is a one-stop solution that I provide here with regard to these two subjects. Economy is anyhow there, Telangana formation. I will give you this as a, you can say that goodie or complimentary that will add more edge to your preparation than the other students. Along with that mentorship program, very important, combating confusions and failures. You will be confused what to study, when to study, which subject to start. This is a book which is having 800 pages. How can I go through? Okay, I'm doing well, but still that is not being reflected in your assessment test. Why is it happening? All that confusions, why are you failing? All that I will be analyzing one to one. Okay, and with the help of which you will be able to gain confidence and keep yourself motivated all through your preparation and perform well. Along with that, academic features, you can read all of them one by one. One important aspect about this knowledge gap series. It's a very common practice that whenever a student joins an institution, it's possible that he might have missed or she might have missed some classes because of some reasons. And with that, they might have left out some topics. That topics will be dealt here in detail. So you are actually even learning which you have not learned at all. Okay, then assessment is very, very good. On spot assessment, you write the test now, the very next minute assessment will be done in front of you and marks will be given to you. Okay, fine. Yes, this is for the mains test series for UPSC, TGPSC or APPSC mains test series and mentorship, you can just call to this number. The executives will connect or schedule a demo class with me. You can sit with me and we can talk about your all the strategies and how you are prepared, etc. Then I will make a very good plan for you, with the help of which you can able to get through the Telangana formation and the economic paper very easily. Okay, and you are better prepared with respect to other students in these two subjects, which actually are the game changers in the examination itself. Okay, right. Now there are two ways to prepare the Telangana formation. There are two ways to prepare the Telangana formation. Okay, the first one, Telangana formation, it is a very old traditional way. Very old traditional way. So I can say that there are three ways. Three ways to prepare Telangana formation. Okay, one is a traditional way. Go according to the syllabus. According to the syllabus you go and read all the three sections one by one. That's how it is. That's how it is, right? Then the next one that I really like is, which actually gives you how to prepare for prelims and mains together. For their purpose, okay, many of the students will actually follow the first strategy, which sometimes is like not a result oriented, not a performance oriented strategy, because a lot of data is there. When they go on reading one paper, another paper like that, they may possibility is there that they may be prolonging this particular subject for 2-3 months, and by which they are not even concentrating on other subjects. It is possibilities there here. Now here what I want all of you to do, and what I suggest to my mentees that I have enrolled in my courses, is a very good format I will give, nothing but a template I will give them. Okay. So when you study things in this way, what will happen? You are able to interconnect all the topics and you can be better aware of this particular subject, and you are very result oriented and performance oriented. So Telangana formation, if you take any of the premium book from the market, it starts with what? Culture. Okay. Art. Heritage. Basically in art you can have dance, okay, paintings, etc. Heritage and nothing but structures, basically sculptures, structures. Okay, culture, again fairs, tribal fairs, normal festivals. Okay, fine. This is a one part. This part is completely static, my dear students. And one point I want to add here. Recently we also have Krishna Pushkaralu. So in this, all these cultural heritage of Telangana, whatever we are having here, you will definitely have what? Current affairs. Almost this is static, but current affairs will be there, because these things will come again and again, because when a anniversary of Charminar happen, that will come into the news. If Samakka Sarlama Jatra is going on, that will come into the news. I have also recorded a short with regard to Krishna Pushkaralu, Saraswati Pushkaralu, that will also come into the news, right? So what happens here is, this is basically more static, right? So you have to be thorough in this. This is one particular aspect, one particular area of Telangana movement or formation. So this has to be completely isolated and should be studied in that way. Okay, this is the first part that you have to master it. Because when you know the culture of Telangana, no, you will connect to the rest of the Telangana movement very good. Otherwise, if you don't know the culture of Telangana, how can you say that we have been deprived of our identity with regard to our culture and heritage? You will never know it, right? So it is very common that if you have seen from 1956, okay, which is from 1956 to 2009, have you ever heard about Bonalu that much? Have you ever heard about state is sponsoring Samakka Sarlama Jatra? Have you ever heard about that various statues of poets which are there on the tank bund, in that only few belongs to Telangana? Have you ever heard about that Telangana literature and slangs has been given what lot of disrespect and deprived from the mainstream academic books? Have you ever heard about, have you ever seen that the Kakatiya Toranams, actually which were a part of Telangana identity, has been even picked up by the Bayaz Andhra leadership at that time? No, right? Have you ever seen that the awards might have been initiated on the name of Telangana poets, but it was not Nandi Awards. We don't know who is Nandi Awards here and what purpose they have been. So Telangana Talli was converted into what? Telugu Talli at that time. So you just understand this point here. If you are not aware of your culture, okay, then you will never be able to understand the Telangana movement, okay, in the next part. That's the reason it is very important that all of these have to be learned before, so that you become a better Telanganite also in future when you are actually doing your job. Then the second part that I will generally tell, as we are in the modern world, I don't want that all of you should go into what 1952 and talk about mulki agitation. I don't want you to go into that. Okay, so second important tip that I will give you, the second important strategy is you should be okay dealing with all the CMs, and the CM periods you should be knowing and what they have done. CM period, what they have done. CM period, what they have done. Okay, so you should be knowing that complete chief ministerial, okay, periods of all the CMs that have ruled, that have governed our state, and you should be knowing that what initiatives that has been taken up. These two things you have to be aware of it. Okay, when you are aware of these two things, then you understand the political aspect of a particular geography. Then you can better connect where we have been deprived and who was the chief minister at the time who have done like that. So you can better connect to the agitations later on. That is what I want to mean here. So the first strategy is nothing but knowing the culture very, very well. The second strategy, the second area that you have to look into it, what all the CMs have done. You should make every CM what they have done. That is more important. And the third one here is you should be knowing what committees. You should be knowing what committees. A basic understanding we know very well, as you are in the modern world and you are with the social media, etc. Again, don't go into the nitty-gritties of what past and historical aspects. You don't have to go there. You just try to, we all know that we got our Telangana for basic reason that we have been deprived of employment. Okay, we have been deprived of water, etc. Financial deprivations were there. Agriculture deprivations were there. Okay, status deprivations were there. Literature deprivations were there. Real estate deprivations were there. Cinema industry deprivations were there. N number of deprivations were there. When a faculty talks about Telangana movement, he should be talking all of this in the first 2-3 classes of his lecture, giving you the complete overview of the Telangana movement. What I really feel is, okay, nearly about 3 to 4 classes should be actually spent upon the complete summary of Telangana movement. Then you can start one by one the syllabus. That is how it should be taught. Otherwise, what will happen? You go on learning all the fades, all the dances, okay, Perini Shiva Tandavam, then Burra Katha, then Edurupaya Jatra. You just go on. That is a rot. That is a complete rot. That you should not do. You should avoid it. Okay, why? Because there is no connection. There is no connection. Connection is very important here. Okay, now after knowing everything with regard to the CM, you should be knowing what committees have set. So you talk about Dar Commission, you talk about Vanchu Committee, then you talk about Lalit Kumar Committee, then you talk about Brijesh Kumar Committee. Okay, Brijesh Kumar panel is there, Lalit Kumar panel is there, then Jai Bharat Reddy is there, Sundareshan Committee is there. Okay, Roshaya Committee is there, before the Giglani Committee is there, Antony Committee is there. All committees you should be writing, because Sri Krishna Committee, this has been already asked in Group 1 examination of 2025, this have come. Sri Krishna Committee. So why I am asking you to study all the committees? Because a direct question has come from the committee itself. If you are studying in this way, you will be having a particular mindset that this particular committee have said all of this. You can easily present in what? In the examination with regard to model answer. You can do the answer very well. But if you are studying in different parts, committees, you will either overlap it, you will either forget it, you will never know that these committees existed. First of all, this is the problem that you should avoid in your examination. Then comes the organization, agitations. Then comes the agitations. Okay, here you have to make sure that how you are planning your agitation. You have to plan your agitation with regard to what years. What does happen in 1969? Okay, that was actually 1952 it started. 1969 it started. 2009 it started. Right. So agitations, what has happened events? Agitation, what are the events? Agitation, what are the events? Important. In this way, if you are able to study, then you are able to crack the examination very, 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 very easily. So this is the first part you have to be thorough, second part you have to be thorough, third part you have to be thorough, fourth part you have to be thorough, fourth is what? Agitation. Okay, then in agitation itself you should be making some important aspects. Okay, I'll just add another, what I say is that, okay, fine. In agitation, you should be very clear about some important aspects when you're learning about agitations. Agitations, they are of basically divided into two broad categories only, nothing more than that, where you have to actually concentrate for your examination. Agitation should be done in this way. Government response is one area. Okay. Then here, political and non-political organizations, their response is what? Okay, political and non-political. Now non-political organizations such as Telangana Student Liberation Organization, literary organizations, which all of these will come here. Then in political organization you will get Telangana Praja Samiti, then you will get what? Telangana Rashtra Samiti, etc. So Congress government, BJP government. So political organization, what they have done for the development for the separate statute of Telangana, and non-political organization, how they have carried out the agitation. These two have to be very, very clear to you. Very, very clear to you. Okay, then government response is all about all party meeting, appointment of committees, this formula that they will generally talk about here, all of that, then presidential order of 1979, etc. So these are all government responses, and these are what the agitation led by us. These two are there here. In between you will get another important area which we call it as what? Court judgments. Which we call it as what? Court judgments. Okay, if you are able to prepare your exam for a paper in this way, many more things are there to it. If you join the mentorship, you will be able to understand and you will be able to get the format in a more micro listing way. So that's not a problem at all. I do suggest all of you to be a part of my mentorship and mains and prelims test series that will help you to crack the examination with regard to what? Economy and Telangana movement. So guys, it is your duty that you have to prepare your Telangana movement this way. This is the best strategy. The traditional way of learning is not the right way of learning, because we have evolved a lot. Now we don't need to be seeing a subject and learning it, seeing the syllabus and learning it. There are a lot of students who tell that word by word that you are going to learn. Whether you learn like that, whether you learn like this, it is ultimately that are you able to crack the examination or not. So smart work is more better than the rotting traditional work. So be a part of this and empower me. There is a UPI ID given in the description. You can support me by donating whatever you want to, whatever the efforts that I am putting in. Thanks a lot for hearing to me. Do share, subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.